Hello students, let us talk about genetics today, and the most fundamental and the most important term in genetics is a gene. A gene is defined as the structural and functional unit of inheritance in many of the textbooks you read. Structural and functional unit of inheritance is good enough, but actually when I say the term gene, can you actually picture a gene in your mind? If you have to close your eyes and imagine what a gene looks like, you might be a bit confused. The vision might just be blurred. Now let me define gene for you in very simple terms. We all know what a DNA molecule is, and we all know how a DNA molecule looks like. A double helical structure given by Watson and Crick, we all know about. A double helical DNA structure we can easily relate to. Now, the gene is no different. When I say a gene is no different, what I am implying is that a gene is a segment of DNA. A gene, like DNA, is a polynucleotide. Correct. When you draw a DNA double helix, a part of it, a segment of it, a stretch of a DNA molecule is the gene. Now, if I say that a gene is a segment of DNA, I am not implying that any DNA segment is a gene. Then, what DNA segments make a gene? In molecular biology, we all know about the processes of transcription and translation. DNA coding for an RNA is transcription, and mRNA converting into proteins, coding for proteins, is translation. Now that DNA segment which is undergoing transcription and translation is basically a DNA segment which is coding for proteins. And that exact DNA molecule is a gene. So then, a gene is that stretch or that segment of DNA which is coding for proteins. If you have a big DNA molecule with you, a DNA molecule, a segment of DNA which is coding for protein becomes a gene. Whether or not